We often use the term technology loosely, without too much thought about what it actually means. Most definitions of technology agree on a single central point, and that is that technology is the use or application of scientific knowledge. Hence, a technology comes about as a result of science, which means science has to precede the technology. The definition I use for a technology is this: the application of scientific knowledge as a single or multiple component or components of a product, service, or process. Hence, a technology represents an intermediate stage between the scientific research and the development of a product, service, or process. Technologies are of particular interest in innovation because the hope is always for the emergence of what is called a platform technology, a technology that has wide applicability across a large number of sectors. Such platform technologies have great commercial potential and are referred to as general purpose technologies, abbreviated to the acronym GPT. General purpose technologies were first defined in 1995 by Timothy Bresnahan and Manuel Trachtenberg as technologies having three essential characteristics, in that they're: one, pervasive, that is widely used; two, capable of ongoing technical development and improvement; and three, enable innovation, making it easier to invent and derive new products or processes in a wide range of sectors. They are therefore, by their very nature, radical and disruptive in the market, and are seen as key engines of growth, thereby affecting the whole economy. Economists have shown great interest in GPTs because throughout history, whole eras of economic growth appear to have been driven by technologies that have had widespread application and impact. Classic examples of such GPTs are the steam engine, electricity, semiconductors, and more recently we talk about ICT and nanotechnology and biotechnology, artificial intelligence and quantum computing, all as emerging GPTs. It is difficult to anticipate the emergence of these general purpose technologies. From an economic perspective, the ability to identify an emerging GP, to understand and realize their potential and then front load investment and IP protection across a wide range of sectors would certainly benefit the inventor and the host nation. The measurement of GPTs has proved difficult and contentious because while theoretical models may explain their characteristics, benefits, and capture value from GPTs, empirical methods to identify their emergence have so far lagged well behind. The handful of available attempts are typically context-specific and retrospective, which for investors, government research funders, and policymakers involved in technology strategy and delivery, it means that any classification of a potential GPT, when available, essentially arrives too late. Classification is difficult because boundaries are not precise. So what distinguishes a GPT from other technologies? It is only a matter of degree. So there will be technologies that are almost but not quite a GPT. One solution to this challenge that I've considered is to recognize this degree of continuity between GPTs at one extreme of a spectrum and at the other what might be called specific purpose technologies, SPTs. Based on the 6 characteristics of a general purpose technology identified by Clifford Becker and Kenneth Carlaw and Richard Lipsey in their 2018 paper, the degree of variation across the spectrum from GPT to SPT can be scored, thus providing a cumulative value that can provide some measure of degree to which a new technology may err towards being a GPT to general purpose, and potential prioritization on that basis by investors and funders. However, even with prior notice of an emerging GPT, it's not always possible to react quick enough to adequately protect or ensure benefits accrue to the home nation. Graphene is a good example of this difficulty, having so many potential applications in industry such as electronics, smart textiles, biosensors, drug delivery, water filtration, supercapacitors, and much, much more, which means graphite qualifies as a GPT becomes almost impossible to claim and protect all relevant fields. A predictive tool to identify the emergence of general-purpose technologies for governments and investors would be invaluable. I have considered only a simple means by which it may be possible to review technologies as they develop and categorize them as GPTs. Whether or not this or other more sophisticated models are workable remains to be seen, but the need is genuinely real.